happy Monday. It's Motivational Monday with Maureen, and I have, of course, a scripture and just a, kind of a life principle reminder. So I was talking with somebody at church yesterday, and it just reminded me about something that my mom taught me from John 21:22. This is Peter's conversation with Jesus, and it was after Peter had been reinstated. He denied Christ 3 times, and Jesus comes back, and he gently brings him back and asks him if he loves him 3 times. So right after that, Jesus begins to talk to Peter about his future, and it was kind of a hint about how he was going to die. Well, at the end of that conversation, Jesus just simply looks at Peter and says, "But you must follow me." So what does Peter do? He turns around and he looks at John and he says, "Well, what about him?" It's so easily done. We all do the same thing. We compare, we look around, we wonder about other people's lives and maybe why theirs is easier than ours, or just why are we facing struggles and they seem to have it better. It's just, why is God leading them in a different direction than he's leading us? Comparison robs us. It steals our peace. Yes, that's exactly what it does. And it distracts us from what God's doing in our lives. If we're looking at other people, we're not looking at Jesus. Jesus didn't explain to Peter about John's life. He simply redirected him again, and he said, "You must follow me." So, our callings are not to understand about other people's journeys. Our callings is to faithfully follow the path that God has set before us. And every one of us are different. I love this one from Hebrews also, another verse. It says, we have to have our eyes on the finisher, the author and the finisher of our faith. That's from Hebrews 12:2. No, when our eyes are on people, we're discouraged. We get jealous, we get confused, or we even get proud because maybe we're in a better place or something. But when our eyes are on Jesus, we find strength, peace, and purpose. So hear this today. What is that to you? Follow me. That's what Jesus said. Don't compare. Keep your eyes